Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 24th of November 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got today. So we've got this article by Cointelegraph saying Bitcoin spoofing, that's GregCoin, drives BTC price to 97k amid record profit taking. So again, just like market spoofing and orders, maybe they're trying to get the price above 100k, but I suspect they might be anticipating a massive sell-off, and they just can't risk a massive pullback on BTC because of the mining profits are so poor. They will eventually find the genuine Bitcoin with transaction volume, if that ever happens. So maybe they're just trying to stop it from getting there. Who knows? Then there's this one I thought looked kind of interesting. It said pseudonymity isn't enough. Why some see blockchain privacy as a right. Well, again, they're getting confused between anonymity and privacy. If only they knew, then they might see the difference between Bitcoin and GregCoin. Then we got this one here. Look, Gary Gensler leaving the SEC, but replacement will face scrutiny. So looks like the cat is going away, and it looks like Tether is going to play. Look at that. They've just printed $2 billion. $2 billion. And that followed $1 billion the day before. $3 billion in 2 days. Oh my God. And just because Gary Gensler is leaving. A little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll go through the figures as per usual because they're looking quite good. And then that will be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go then. Right, so GregCoin spoofing drives BTC price to 97k amid record profit taking. GregCoin sellers, whether genuine or not, are refusing to allow a 100,000 BTC price milestone. GregCoin headed towards a pivotal low on November 24th as manipulative traders sought to keep 100k out of reach. GregCoin faces stiff opposition around 100k. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed BTC price action heading closer to 97k. After struggling to beat out sellers immediately below 100k, GregCoin saw order book spoofing return to exchanges over the weekend. No shit, Sherlock. This came in the form of walls of ask liquidity placed in such a way as to entice the market lower towards support. Ask liquidity moving low with the price at 99.5k to 99k. Ask walls. Fresh ask wall right above price here, which likely was removed already. Spoofing on the ask popular trade Skew explained in his latest market analysis on X. He said this spoofing, often in illiquid hours, forces bots to sell, leading to lower prices. Alright, well, let's have a look here. See what the link says. Oh, look at that. They're just trying to get access to... That's right, 70% off markets and all that rubbish. Trading view. Yeah. Oh well. So this one said skew. So Binance Spot following yesterday's sell algorithm. Looks like some continuation attempts here. Ask liquidity moving low with price, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we know the entire markets are corrupt anyway. So Skew noted bid liquidity lined up at 95,000, but it was 97,300, which formed the pivotal low from recent days. We'll be looking for signs for passive buyers, he added. There are no passive buyers. It is literally, I would say 90% tether pumping. That's it. Those selling, which include long-term holders, realized record profits on November 22nd as GregCoin hit its latest all-time highs of 99,800. Right, we'll check that. Quartum, a contributing analyst on-chain analytic performance, CryptoQuant reported the daily tally at 443 million. Unrealized profit levels are elevated, currently sitting at 57%. He continued in a further X post on November 23rd. This is approaching the March 2024 peak of 69%, signaling an increased profitability of price correction. Probability of price correction. Yeah, I love it how they call it price correction. Earlier, Cointelegraph reported on traders' GregCoin price pullback. Targets include 90,000 and low. Oh, I really cannot be effing bothered with price prediction and analysis. Oh my god. When you know the entire market is manipulated, it is such a waste of time. Like, who cares? Unless you know what the big boys are going to do, you do not stand a chance. Dance with the devil and you will get burned. Right, what's this? Pseudonymity isn't enough. Why some seek blockchain privacy as a right. Experts emphasize that a single hack can erase a person's pseudonymity all at once. A personalized AI is making it harder than ever to preserve. Since the beginning of crypto, users have relied on the pseudonymity of crypto addresses to protect their privacy, and for the most part, this system has worked. Anyone on the internet can view a person's blockchain transaction history. Well, again, that's why you're meant to use paymails, because every time you use a paymail, a brand new legacy wallet address is created. So each transaction is individual. Whereas these douchebags over at GregCoin are using the same legacy addresses because they don't know any better. So as all of their transactions are transparent, however, in most cases, the person's true identity remains a mystery, providing some level of privacy. For 26 years since GregCoin, well, actually Bitcoin was invented in 2008, the system has protected users' privacy to some extent. But some Web3 protocols claim the time has come to rethink the idea that pseudonymity is enough. For those protocols, the rise of artificial intelligence models and the need for constant data to feed them has made privacy and data sovereignty more important than ever. One hack away from being exposed, Leona Heoki system, architect for the privacy-focused layer 2, what a joke, IntMax told Cointelegraph that pseudonymity just doesn't provide enough protection for users. He said that nearly all centralized exchanges have imposed Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering provisions, requiring users to submit photo IDs before using the exchange. This means the user's deposit can be known if just a single hacker manages to breach the exchange's defenses. And once the deposit address is matched up with the real identity, the person's entire on-chain history can be revealed. Again, I mean, look, the entire person. Look, that's only if they're using custodial wallets. You know, they're meant to be non-custodial wallets and use paymails. They're just not being told, and I would suspect on purpose. Japanese exchange Liquid was hacked in 2021. It was later purchased by FTX and renamed FTX Japan, and then went bankrupt in November 22 as part of the overall collapse of the FTX. So that means all their data would have gone as well. According to Heoki, the problem isn't just that the centralized data sometimes gets stolen. The bigger issue is that blockchain analytics programs have gotten so sophisticated it become nearly impossible to avoid getting doxed. There are chain analyzers like Chain Analysis and Crystal, and these high-spec tracers which can reveal almost all the addresses, which are binded to CEX. Well, again, I mean, the only people who've really got to worry about this are the criminals, like the New World Order, who are involved in child trafficking, gun running, drug dealing, warmongering, all that kind of shit. You know, I mean, what are they going to do? Track you down for buying a frozen bag of organic peas because it wasn't genetically modified? Well, I mean, I guess that's where it's probably leading to, but anyway, check this one out. Gary Gensler is leaving the SEC, but replacement will face scrutiny. Crypto users celebrated as SEC chair Gary Gensler announced his resignation, but Trump's nominee will face confirmation hearings in the US Senate. On November 22nd, United States Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler announced that he will step down from his position on Jan 20th. It sounds to me like they were just simply trying to get rid of him because he knows what security is. He knows what security is, and that's when he was just like, no, people are going to get absolutely effed so badly. when all these Ponzi schemes literally come down. We're talking about like a $2 trillion Ponzi scheme, and that's just in BTC alone. In GregCoin. So what, they're going to get somebody in who's just going to let this Ponzi run riot, basically trying to make it too big to fail, or they're going to just collapse it on purpose, make people's confidence go. But you can't deny utility. That's all it is. Once the use case for Bitcoin is found, it's game over, really. And the utility is immutable data. We finally now have a server that we can all use where all of our data is effectively private and immutable, where information can flow freely, where it can't be censored by the Silicon Valley cabal and all that, with the deep state involvement and everything. So it said here, he is widely regarded as one of the most anti-crypto, well again, we all consider crypto as a scam, SEC chairs in history. And crypto users are celebrating his departure on X. Yeah, that'll be why. However, the new pick for the SEC chair will face scrutiny in the US Senate, which must confirm any nominees. The SEC announced Gensler's departure in a press release. During his term in office, the SEC filed lawsuits against several popular Web3 protocols that were all scams, and exchanges that are scam exchanges, including Coinbase, that is another scam exchange, Uniswap, another scam exchange, MetaMask developer, Consensus, blockchain video streaming platform Library, again, who they produced a securitized token, and others. The lawsuits have been criticized by many crypto users and investors, again, because they don't know they're either scammers or they just don't know what security is. Or, they don't realize that they're being ripped off. Again, just like people don't realize that they're getting asset stripped by a fiat currency. Fiat currency is securities fraud, same as all these things. One of the President-elect Donald Trump's promises during his campaign was to fire Gary Gensler on his first day in office. However, attempting to fire him could have led to a court battle, since members of regulatory agencies can only be removed for cause. Gensler's resignation means this battle will not take place. Crypto X celebrates. Crypto users celebrated their announcement on X social media platform. Jeremy Hogan, an attorney and content creator who often posts about crypto-related legal proceedings, stated, "Ding dong, Gensler's gone," and asked readers to sing it with me to the tune of "The Witch is Dead." Honestly, he's going to have egg on his face. I hope Gary Gensler gets his day. But the thing is, though, he never actually said that Bitcoin was BSV. That would be his only saving grace. He just simply referred to Bitcoin. So, stuck between a rock and a hard place, if you ask me. What's this about? Lawsuits still needing to be settled eventually. This will be about XRP, will it? The ongoing. Honestly, it's an absolute joke shop. But I wouldn't want to be in his shoes or the next person's. Well, actually, no, I would, because then I'd sort it out. Yeah. So let's have a look at this. So while the cat's away, the mice will play. And Tether, literally just $2 billion out of nowhere. And this was 10:08 yesterday evening. Good grief. So that was 22 hours ago. Just $2 billion. And then on the November 22nd, another $1 billion saying minted at the Tether Treasury. Like Tether is kind of like, a treasury, is it? Like, oh my, it's just such a scam. Such a scam. Good grief. Anyway, let's get back to a little bit. 365 days of Bitcoin history. Let's play this. This video was epic. So I think we'll have a watch of this, actually. Can we expand the screen a bit?
The problem is basically that government wants to spend too much money. It's always been the same throughout history. Governments used to want to fund wars. Now, for all good, moral, decent humanitarian reasons, we want to fund health, welfare and education well beyond what the public will pay in taxes. After 15 years of studying these matters and now having made it to the Treasury Committee, I'm ever more convinced that there is no way to change the present monetary order until the ideas behind it have been tested to destruction. And I do mean tested to destruction, and it's an extremely serious issue. But it will not change until it becomes apparent that the ideas behind the system are not tenable. We should welcome the chance.
Sounds like he knows that the Bank of England and fiat currency are frauds to me.
Chancellor's recent interest in cryptocurrencies and making London a real centre of financial innovation. Imperfect and possibly...
Who's that laughing down there?
Doomed as it may be, Bitcoin shows us that peer-to-peer, non-state money is practical and effective. I've used it to buy an accessory for a camera, perfectly ordinary, legal product. It was easier to use than a credit card, and it showed me the price in pounds or any other currency I like. It is becoming possible for people to move away from state money. So what I would like to see is every obstacle to the creation of alternative currencies within the ordinary commercial law removed. We should expand the range of commodities and instruments related to those commodities which are treated like money, like gold, so exempt VAT and capital gains tax, and it should be possible
Ooh, Big Brother's not going to like that.
to pay tax in those new monies. And we must not fall into the trap that the United States has fallen into of obstructing innovation. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we are in the midst of an unprecedented global experiment in monetary policy and debt. It is likely, as Philip Coggan set out, that this will result in a new global monetary order. Whether it will be for good or ill, I do not know. But as technology and debt advance, I am sure we should be ready for a transformation. Society has suffered too much already under the present monetary orthodoxy. Free enterprise should now be allowed to change it.
Well said, well said. I mean, he admitted, he didn't know if it was going to be used for good or ill. But we need to progress because the current monetary system is only being used for ill. So that's it. We haven't really got too much to lose there. Good grief. That was extremely well said. Extremely well said. On the 21st of November 2013, alleged Silk Road owner denied bail. This was to do with prosecutors say he ordered 6 murders. That was to do with Ross Ulbricht. 21st November 2019, a story on the creation of Bitcoin appears on the European Commission newsroom site. Ooh, check this out. A story of Satoshi Nakamoto of the 1 million Bitcoins. See, it just goes to show you that, it was getting around. It was getting around. As Gavin and I have said clearly before, the software is not at all resistant to DOS attacks. This is one improvement. There will still be more ways. My account. See, look. Story of Satoshi Nakamoto on the European Commission newsroom. Woohoo! It was getting big, getting real big. On the 21st November 2023, Binance CEO CZ steps down as part of the $4.3 billion settlement with the Department of Justice. He was also released on a $175 million bond, one of the largest bail amounts in history. Oof, 175 mil. Good grief. 21st November 2023, Binance and its CEO CZ agreed to pay $2.85 billion for willfully evading US laws, illegally operating a digital asset derivatives exchange. So it's a derivatives exchange. Oh my God. Binance and Zhao also resolved charges with Department of Justice, FinCEN and OFAC. That, in total with the CFTC, require a $4.3 billion payment in monetary penalties. On the 22nd of November 1963, with the assassination of JFK, which I made videos on. 22nd November 2009, Satoshi wrote, "Welcome to the new Bitcoin forum. The old forum can still be reached here." He said, "I'll post some selection threads here and update answers to questions where I can." So bitcointalk.org. I wonder if that was one that Craig was actually locked out of. On the 22nd of November 2022, CoffeeZilla exposed the audit firm that FTX used was called Prager and Metis and had its registered office address in Decentraland, the Metaverse. Look, officially opened its Metaverse headquarters in the Metaverse platform Decentraland. Oh my God. Hilarious. 23rd of November 2022, a crypto wallet attributed to the failed BTC linked to the 2024 Mt. Gox hack moved 10,000 Bitcoin, and that at the time on 2022 was worth $165 million. On the November 23rd, this was like yesterday's anniversary, a Bitcoin user paid 83.7 BTC, and that was worth $3.1 million. That was last year, so it's worth double that now, so that'll be, what, 6.2? in transaction fees for transferring 139.42 their GregCoin. The transaction fee, or this was back in last year, of 3.1 million, is the 8th highest in Bitcoin's 14-year history. I mean, look at that. Paying 3.1 million in transaction fees for transferring Bitcoin. What an absolute joke that is. An absolute joke. And then today's anniversary, back in 2017, we got the first What Bitcoin Did podcast by Peter McCormack was released. Oh dear. I mean, the guy that actually calls himself a moron, that actually lost in his case against Satoshi Nakamoto, and he still hasn't figured out who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Oh, absolutely hilarious. Good grief. I think this might be his first show. Yeah, there we go. That was the one. 6 years ago, Mr. Obnoxious. Well, that's basically him now. All right. Okay, that is 20 minutes. Let's have a quick look through the figures then. So we've got GregCoin down at 96,360. I can't believe that was just like 68,000 the other day, then 70, then 80. But it's the amount of Tether going into the market. B Crash at 504. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? And then Bitcoin at $67. 67.99 according to Pre from the top left of the screen here. Hash rate 0.06, network nodes 0.2, transactions though 98.49% of all these shitcoin chains. But we'll just check that on what's on chain. 36,378,117. Let's cross-reference that with BitInfo charts. Look at this. Look at that. So it's now 90.8% of the overall transactions on the entire crypto market. Absolutely smashing it. They've got 36,378,117. Yeah, bang on. Bang on. Look at that. This is literally one of the most glaring discrepancies in financial statistics ever. When you've got a coin here that's listed in this, buried down in the 60s on the crypto market cap, and yet it has 90% of the entire market's transactions. So that is of all the like 30,000 plus coins on the market. This one coin, BSV, has got 90% of the transaction volume. Absolutely smashing BTC, GregCoin, Ethereum, XRP, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. Honestly, they cannot touch it. It's hilarious when you know what you're actually looking at there. My goodness. My goodness. Block size, 97.95. Oh, these look juicy as heck. What is this? A 216 megabyte block. Was followed a 114, 162, 691, half a gigabyte, 105, 467, 259, 246, 150, 404, 254, 205. These are all megabytes. 194 megabyte, 300. Oh, look at that. So the biggest one there, 691 megabytes. So two-thirds of a gigabyte on its way there. Honestly, it just makes these other coins look like the clown coins, the shit coins that they really are. Absolutely smashing it. Yep, seeing this, 114,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin and GregCoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 27.5% comparable loss. Look at the block size and transactions per network going up and there on the log curve as well. Absolutely smashing it. Network fees, Satoshi's on the log curve right down there. Absolutely smashing it. Fantastic. Right, let's have a look at the mining stats on Bitcoin. Oh, Tal taking the lead again. Tal up to 33.12. Kuv down to 31.17. Oh, QD-Link 16.8. Others 12.99. And Gorilla Pool up to 5.8. All right, I'll tell you what, we should have actually maybe looked at the hash rate, shall we? See if it's actually gone up. No, it hasn't. Interesting. Oh, I thought that hash rate might have increased, but no. Never mind. Let's have a look at CryptoQuant. Look, exchanges still cashing out. Exchanges are cashing out even though the price of GregCoin has been shooting up. Absolutely shooting up. We know why. The Tether weather. Let's have a look at this on one day. Look, another What's this? So it's literally gone from, I mean, I know they've done 3 billion in 2 days, but this one here was 132.2 to 132.5, so that's just like 300 million there. So maybe these pumps haven't actually come through yet, these mints as they call them. But on the week, 127.5 billion, and we're now at 132.5 billion. Good grief. Yeah, 5 billion in 7 days, just in Tether. 5 billion. 5 billion in 7 days, unbelievable. And you wonder why the shitcoin market is pumping. Oh, look at this, long is just tailing off there. Long's tailing off, so short position is 0.248. Let's have a look at Bitcoin compared to GregCoin. Yeah, look at that. Look at these downward. Look, that is orchestrated, being look up and then push down, push down, push down. Fakery. Is the price being pushed down though, or is that are they trying to prop up BTC? Let's just have a look at that against USD. Yeah, no, it's being pushed down. Just cross-reference that on Orange Gateway. Yeah, looks about right. Compare that to GregCoin. Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the overall market. $3.3 trillion. Oh my God. And GregCoin 1.9 trillion. We'll just round up to 2. We'll say $2 trillion. $2 trillion for GregCoin. A $2 trillion fraud. And then the rest of it, $1.3 trillion of shitcoin crypto. Like, oh my goodness me. Trade volume on GregCoin just 2.3%. Let's see if we can find where Bitcoin is. Honestly, I remember Dogecoin years and years and years ago when it was like right down the bottom of the charts. You'd never, I mean, like, it was people's wet dream, believing that Doge could get to where it was now. I mean, good grief. Let's have a bit of a laugh at this. Look at that. Oh, so Doge was at 400th of a cent. 400th of a cent is what it was at. And now so from 400ths of a cent, it's now at 41 cents. Like, good grief. Good grief. I saw it there. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I remember that in 20... oh, hold on. It got there in 2021. I missed that one. Good grief. Good grief. Doge in 2021. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's quite funny. Well, at least I can look back and laugh at it now. Where is Bitcoin? 75 down in the charts. And this is the golden child. This is the genuine Bitcoin. This is what all this crypto scamming is actually. This is what they're wanting. This is what Bitcoin is meant to be, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. You know. And it's going to take Terranode for it to come to fruition. Anyway, that's a 29-minute show. There we go. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi@Sembi.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me, or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.